up and roll with America's premier motorcycle talk show. Open Road Radio is on the air with Gina Woods and other guest hosts. And now, with riding on their minds, here's your hosts of Open Road Radio.
Hey, everybody. How is it going, Sin City?
Good evening, Gina Woods, Open Road Radio, and good evening in Sin City.
Yes.
We'd like to welcome our K-Shop listeners at 1400 AM and 107.1 FM, as well as Chi-Town, WPJX, 1500 AM and 192.5 FM.
I'm so glad she says those call signs.
I know.
Because I get so twisted.
I always get tongue.
But I think I used to say WJPX, WXPY, blah, 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 blah.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
But we know where we're at, and we hope that you're joining us tonight on Facebook Live, Open Road Radio, and also Gina Woods, as well as our YouTube channel, and also LinkedIn. So please give it a like, give it a share, and leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you today. We have got a fantastic show. We've got a great event coming up. I'm
a lot of powerful females on this one.
Yeah, there is some badassery going on tonight. I'll tell you that. We have none other than Heidi Haro. She's with the executive director of the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum and Hall of Fame. And we had her on earlier, I want to say a couple months ago, it seemed like. And of course, Miss Marilyn Stemp, moto-journalist, writer. I love saying that. Editor, photographer, Hall of Famer, gearhead, writer, driver, everything. So also, we are connecting with Brittney Morrow Kelm. Boy, I haven't talked to her in a hot minute. So I am super excited to see what she's up to. I know she just got married, not only because I just announced her other last name, her new last name, but also because I've been looking her up, seeing what she's been up to. So got a great show and a lot of information coming at you.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
Ladies, how was the weekend?
I'm always like, what did I have for breakfast?
What did I do?
We had a great time. We braved the heat. We had back-to-back 2 diva birthdays. So we spent Saturday and Sunday celebrating some of our sisters. And then we took a nice ride over the hump to a little cooler area up in Mountain Springs.
Nice.
And I was on two wheels, on tequila, not at the same time.
Good.
Yes.
And here we are.
Yeah, you have to, out here, you have to ride early in the morning to beat the heat. It's been pretty hot out here. So took just a short little ride Saturday morning.
Nice.
And it was just a beautiful, beautiful morning. Yeah.
Well, I spent the weekend in Washington and taught another successful accident scene management course. So
I saw that.
with our girl Stevie out there, brought to you by driven by Janelle, which was fantastic, was awesome. But she had COVID last week, so she never got to come out and play. But the class went off without a hitch, and it was big fun. So taught 20 more folks some motorcycle safety education.
That's awesome. Yeah, we have back-to-back classes here in Las Vegas on Saturday and Sunday as well, and there are still some spaces available.
Fantastic. I love seeing when that light bulb goes off, when they get it like halfway through the class, before, like they've done the breathing technique and they've taken off the helmet removal and they've done the body roll, and then you just see them light up because they have so much confidence, once all of that is through and, learning about what to do. So I think it makes a huge difference if you can get yourself into a great class because.
Yeah. And if you are listening in Las Vegas right now and you'd like to join one of those classes, you can find it on Eventbrite. And I will give you a code right now. If you're listening courtesy of Open Road Radio. And it's going to be all capitals, LVEI 50. And that will give you $50 off that accident scene management.
Nice.
Here
Thank
in
you
Las Vegas.
so much.
Open Road Radio and Full Throttle.
Nice.
That's huge.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome. And so, are you teaching the weekend classes?
I am.
You
Yeah,
are.
myself and PK and Heather.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much for doing the great job that you do out there with your biker community, because both of you, because it's important, and we know that. We know that because we see those statistics, and
Yes.
we hate that. But yeah, speaking of statistics, there's going to be a lot of women coming up at this year's annual. Well, not annual, because this is actually the first one, right? So
Yeah.
first Women's Day, the first.
Pearl's Jam.
Thank you, Pearl's Jam. And the first time I saw that, I thought, "Oh wow, is that cool? How did they get Pearl Jam? That is so awesome!" Right? And then I had to keep reading. I'm like, "There's no way all those people could fit in the museum." I had to like really look at it. I'm like, "Oh yes." And then Marilyn just gave me a ringy dingy and said, "Do you want to be here?" And I'm like, "Oh hell yeah!" Even if Pearl Jam's not there, I guess I could come.
Yeah.
Let's bring on our two guests, Miss Marilyn Stemp and Heidi Haro. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
We should have had Pearl Jam maybe just sitting in the background tonight. Just like a quick little area. Hey, you guys, what do you think about this? We're showing you up. Hey, welcome to the show, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So exciting. The press releases are out. The chairs are in place, and you guys are just getting ready for a big event in Sturgis. And actually, what is it, like the first day that it kicks off, right? The first official day on Monday.
Friday. The first day.
So Friday is, yeah. Well, everybody, yeah. But people will be there, starting this weekend? So,
yeah, it's already starting to pick up.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that it was starting to fill up with people already.
Three-wheeler adventure event leading up to it as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
in Deadwood, yeah. D3, and then we have the ADV Fest at the Buffalo Chip this weekend too. So there are lots of riders coming into town.
That's awesome.
There were some people in Washington talking about the ADV events, and I told them about the one that was coming up. I said, I'm pretty sure it's like this weekend or next weekend. I said, it's right before Sturgis. So they were going to check it out. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Heidi, how are you?
I'm good.
Are you going out of your mind yet?
No, but almost. I'm like, I got to make it through the next 3 weeks. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're excited about everything that's happening with Pearl's Jam and the Hall of Fame breakfast and all kinds of things. So.
Well, and the museum, you guys are I'm just so excited for the museum, because I just feel like the museum's got a fresh face on it, and it's like really moving forward.
Yeah, we have tomorrow night the Easy Rider Streamliners coming into the museum. So that's pretty exciting too. So
yes.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Well, I remember listening to you last year at the Hall of Fame breakfast, and you were just talking about, what the next 12 months look like and all those things that you were hoping to accomplish. And how are you feeling about that?
Great. I mean, we've got so much stuff going on. I'm super excited, and you all know Marilyn longer than I know Marilyn, but anything Marilyn touches turns from a small thing to a huge thing. So we're super excited about the Pearl's Jam and all the women that are coming. Gloria Struck turned 100 years old on July 7th. She's going to be there. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the city just announced that she's also the Grand Marshal for the city this year. So just some really great stuff happening.
Yeah, I was watching an interview with her about the parade marshal and things. And boy, she was just as articulate as ever. Just full of piss and vinegar and just feisty as heck.
Yeah.
And it'll be wonderful to get to see her again
and to honor her. She
Yes.
deserves it.
And to say happy birthday. And then you guys just had something on the 5th as well, July 5th.
That we had something on July 5th. We opened.
That's a great
Okay.
Yeah, we opened.
Doors open. You opened
Yeah.
on July 5th. That's a big deal.
We've been kind of closed and open and closed and open. We've got some renovations going on, and so we've fully opened, and we've got the Streamliner coming this weekend or tomorrow actually, and some displays that have been curated that are in there, some new lighting and just some really great things. So we're really excited to have the 85th this year, but also to have Pearl's Jam and the Hall of Fame happening as well. So
yeah, that's wonderful. I was just talking to Ellen Teresi the other day, and she's just beside herself excited about the Streamliner.
yeah.
Yes, I hope.
I'm sure we'll have some posts after it comes in tomorrow night. We'll have some posts, so you'll have to watch it. Don't bringing it in. So
awesome.
Yeah.
What an exciting time.
It's 26 feet long, so it's not something that's tiny. It's something that's going to take up quite a bit of space, and so it'll be fun. Well, we need a lift to get it in and some different things, so it's not something easy.
Well, you say you just did some renovations. Hopefully you added an addition on.
Oh, it'd be nice.
What are plans for the museum, do you think? Because I think that you and I talked, and I'm wondering if you might have told me that the museum might be looking for a bigger space.
Well, we have an amazing group of board members who have some great vision about what they want to see happen, and from what I understand, this group of board members right now is really movers and shakers. And so I think if anybody's going to get it done, this group's going to get it done, and we're going to look at trying to either expand or add on or have a different building or something. But definitely some hopes and dreams there.
That's awesome. Fantastic. Well, that just shows the progress and the evolution that you are making happen. So we're looking forward to that. So
I can't say enough about how lucky we are to have Heidi running this organization. I mean, she came in and didn't literally know how to turn the lights on and off, and just figured out so much. And she's built a staff there that works so well together, and they really care about what they do. And it makes just such a difference in kind of like what you call a company culture. But you walk in there and people are engaged and they're excited about what they're doing. They love the subject matter. It's just been such a transformation. And, like all good things, it comes from the top. If you have a good leader and somebody who cares, it filters down. And I'll say that the board is just thrilled with how things are moving ahead and the progress made in a very short time.
Great.
Yeah, that museum is there to really preserve the history and stories of the culture and the rally origins and people like Papi Joel and Jack Pine Gypsies and how the sport has shaped and why did people come to Sturgis, and it's the 85th, and boy, how many million people are expected to come through there, and I hope that everyone stops. It's a nonprofit, and the only way we get to keep the doors open is for people to come and visit and go and look at all of those wonderful things that have been gathered up over the years and donated by people to be put on display. It's a very small donation, and we hope that everyone, when you're walking down the street, that you make a little turn into those doors and find time to see all of the things that have shaped the passion of riding and the history of two wheels and three wheels. And it's a wonderful place to visit. I didn't go the last 2 years, and I'm looking forward to being there again.
Yeah, it's so bright and fresh now with the renovations. I think you'll be impressed with how different, how clean, how fresh. Heidi, when was it? Maybe a week or 10 days ago, when Scott Jacobs came in and hung his art up, and
right before the 4th. So
that's great.
That was a transformational moment there when we walked away.
I have a veteran and military discount as well.
Yeah, both. So. Yeah, and first responders and senior citizens. So
Oh, great. Cool.
Yeah, I've been watching everything
Senior
around.
like age
Big
55,
buzz.
like
Really
AARP kind of senior.
Or 60, 62, which, I always wonder.
I hated getting my AARP card, but they got a lot of good discounts.
That's funny. That's
Well,
funny.
Marilyn, part of her having such a great team is having you on the team as Heidi contested to as well. I mean, because wherever you go, you've got just gads of people around you that help to put things together, and you make it happen. So that is a huge asset to any event, whether it's Sturgis or any motorcycle event.
And what a great place for Pearl's Jam. I mean, you
Yeah.
couldn't find
Yeah.
a better place for it.
Yeah, and we're going to be bursting at the seams. Like, this was by far Marilyn's idea, and she came up with it. And we were thinking 4 or 5, dignitaries, and we'd be good. And all of a sudden now we're at 30, and then now we're at 45, and you guys are
it'll get bigger.
You guys are emceeing it. I mean, we've got the peanut butter drive with Dazzlin, and I didn't even know what a Gaylord was, but Gaylords are those big things that you put watermelons in, and she thinks we're going to fill a bunch of those up with peanut butters, and I believe her, and I just think it's going to be, I just think it just exploded, and I, not coming from the industry, I think I told you I came from higher ed, but I just can't believe how the industry just comes together and says, let's make this happen, and it just explodes. So it's super exciting.
Well, and to that point, I just call my friends, like all of you, and you say, oh boy, this sounds like fun. What can we do? I mean, just as you would call me when you're doing an event. I mean, it's just,
you have that knack. You're just like ding ding
Yeah.
ring ding ding ring ding too.
Just a
Bam, it
little
happens.
conversation with Marilyn.
well,
What
you would
does
all do it for
Marilyn
me,
need
and
this
I would do
year?
it for you. So, that's what we do. We just gather and make it bigger than the sum of the parts.
Yeah.
And Pearl's Jam is presented by Iron Lily. Talk to us about Iron Lily Project. I know it's something very passionate you've been working on, and another great group of ladies that are involved with that as well.
Yeah, and that just, kind of happened. Joe Parham is the one that I complained for getting me involved in that. But, they're very determined to make a film about this woman who, it could be a stand-in for lots of underdogs in this world. People who had the hardest time, the most difficult circumstances, and worked their butts off to prevail. And, in some ways, because it's a motorcycle film, it has the potential to feel like the world's fastest Indian, for example. It just happens that the protagonist is a female because in real life, that's what happened. This is based on the life of a woman who lived this thing and, just lost her husband young, kept the dealership going when nobody wanted her to. There were not women running dealerships in the 1920s.
Mhm.
Well,
And
and
so
she,
easy
sorry.
to feel inspirational about this kind of thing. So I hope so much that they can pull the strings and make this film because it'd be great for the industry. It would be great, just generally for motorcycling. Doesn't even matter what brand you ride. And I think it's that kind of human story that just makes people happy and smile. My 80-year-old mom at the time went to see World's Fastest Indian.
Heck
And
yeah.
never rode a
Heck yeah.
motorcycle in her life, but she got the point of,
Oh, that's
of
cool.
hanging in there and following your dreams. So
Well, and I think
and
it's
she,
got such rich history too, and I think there's so much rich history. And why do you think that men and women are? I feel like there's a big turn on to vintage women riders right now, and the history of vintage women riders.
well,
Do you think
Gina,
there's?
yeah, timing is everything, and Penny, Gina, we tried to do kind of a longer Women's Day about 5 years ago, and I just think our timing was off.
yeah,
I think it's very clear now. Heidi reminds me of this a lot that we have seen incrementally the women's riding segment just growing over the last chunk of years. And as
Huge.
that continues to happen, yes, it's fun to take credit for it, but I think the distinction here is that now men in the industry, we're not just ornaments or incidentals. We're really good for business now. And I
yeah.
think once that turnaround happened, that they saw that women riders were driving the industry, it just became not acceptable, but almost like they embraced all of this in a bigger way.
Yeah, well, some of us that worked at Harley Davidson dealerships and guys would come in to buy motorcycles and said, "Oh, you know what? I have an appointment, but I'm gonna come back and look at this. Oh, BS, you're going home to ask your wife if you can buy the bike. And they know it because the wife holds the pocketbook. We already know that.
That's funny. That's
But
funny.
it would happen.
Yeah.
The woman was always in control.
You know,
Yeah, so I do think it's just timing. I think that now the business aspect of motorcycling is looking at women because we're growing it and we're making it happen. And we're putting our kids and our grandkids on, strider bikes and dirt bikes and passing it along in a bigger, stronger way.
you know what I found amazing is that Lily, take it back just a second, she ran that dealership through the Spanish flu pandemic, through the Great Depression, through World War I and World War II. I mean, as a woman, my goodness, that's
She had a lot of challenges.
probably one of the most impressive things I've ever heard in my life.
Absolutely. Yes. No
She
question
had a lot
about
of
it.
challenges, and she didn't have the phone to call Marilyn and say, "Hey, can we use some of your?" I mean, man, she had to do it on her own.
Yeah, open road radio to get her message out.
That's right. And she also started the Buckeye Riding Club, which was one of the first organized riding clubs. And when she found out that the newsboys were running around without coats in Cleveland, Ohio in the middle of winter, she started a charity event among motorcyclists to just put coats on kids. I mean, you might say that this is maybe a woman's touch kind of thing. You worry about the details like feeding people, Dazzlin, doing something where you have an outreach in the community that's just bigger and outside of ourselves,
I want to thank the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum for that little clip because I just absolutely love that. There was no sound, so you didn't miss it in case you were looking for the sound. But it's just such a cool clip of women, vintage women riders. So I really appreciate that you guys sent that to me.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Well, and of course, men are welcome at Pearl's Jam.
Yes. Yeah, we can't leave the men out.
No, they're welcome.
Yes.
We hope they come.
So tell everybody a little bit about what's going to happen that day, ladies.
Oh, Heidi?
Well, I was going to say, Marilyn, you're so good at it, but we'll have segments throughout the day. It's a come and go, however you'd like to come and go. There will be a discount if you bring a jar of peanut butter and you'll feed South Dakota through that, feeding the Black Hills. But it's come and go. We've got segments of people from 9 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, and 3 to 5. And they're just going to be there talking to us about what they do. So it can, Wyotech's going to be there with some girls that are going to show us how to upholster and we've got some unveiling art. We've got of course, we've got Gloria there. We've got Marilyn, please jump in here. But we just have so many things going on. We have a tattoo artist coming. We have we have you guys as MCs. We are giving the Pearl Award away. Marilyn can jump in on that one, but there's just so many things happening that you can come and go. You can be there all day long. And there is no ticket to get in. It's just admissions. So
yeah, and another admission discount if you wear a Jesse Combs bandana.
Mm-hmm.
You get a $5 off your admission, just like the jar of
How
peanut
about
butter.
if I wear a real deal tattoo?
That could work. You might know people.
They might have to put something in there.
Dazzlin, I feel like you're going to have a peanut butter jar.
I'm definitely going to have a few of them.
It's just going to flow. So we encourage women and men and children just to come on in. It's a nice meet and greet. It's a nice relaxed area where you can talk with some of these great inspiring women and get to know their story, their backstory. Tell them yours because they're just as interested in listening to yours as well. And so
many of these women are featured actually in the museum. They I'll use an example. Jody Perowitz has her bike downstairs. I mean, there's just so many women that are going to be there that are featured in the museum or are in our Hall of Fame, like Marilyn. And it's just such a great opportunity to come to one place and meet some really amazing women.
Yeah, Teresa Contreras will be doing a workshop for us. We have Karen and Bill Davidson are coming in to sign Willie G's book. Of course, Gloria will be there with hers. Alexa and Olivia Jacobs, Scott's two daughters, are both artists in their own right. We have their work hanging, so that's very cool. Dana Wilkie will be with us from the JCF. It's
Chris Summer Simmons.
yes, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, we can't even, there's just so many of them. We can't get them all out, but it's going to be a great day. You got to come by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
David Yule allowed us to reproduce his painting of Gloria, just 100 copies, so they'll both be there signing those.
Michael Lichter is going to come and take a group photo. I mean,
Sweet.
just so many things. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be a full day of nonstop cool stuff. So get over there. Make sure that you can check it out. I think Vicky Sanfilippo, Teresa Martinez, the Road
Yes. Thank you
Guardians,
for,
they
yes.
are doing some stuff. I've been doing my homework. I've been watching.
Good,
Road Guardians are actually one of our sponsors. One of the food vendors, Shorty's Hot Box outside, is one of our sponsors. And then, of course, Bob Althoff, and then Iron Lily.
Bob.
We have some great sponsors. So,
And I just posted the link for the Amazon cart. So if you are not able to be there and bring a jar of peanut butter, you can still send peanut butter, and it is going to go directly to Feeding South Dakota. So even if you can't be there, you can also contribute to this amazing cause.
Desmond, why don't you tell them how long you've been doing it? Because you've been doing it for a minute.
We have. This is our 10th year to do peanut butter drive, and we've done it here in Nevada. We've collected enough. Every jar feeds 6 nutritious meals, and it is one of the number one requested items in food banks because it doesn't have to be refrigerated. It doesn't have to be cooked. Kids love it, and it's a great source of protein.
It has the highest protein. I was just looking at these protein spikes.
Yeah, it really is. So
peanut butter is way up there, guys. So if you're into those protein,
you did,
Of course.
straight out of the jar. I've already got my jar packed for my road trip. So
yes.
So tell them really quick what was the most amount of weight? Didn't you guys
last year we collected 17,000 pounds.
Isn't that insane?
300,000 meals.
Isn't that crazy?
That was our biggest year. Our first year we collected about 7,000 pounds. So it's grown exponentially.
Well, what a great idea to get involved with this amazing event. I
Well,
think
and Feeding America of South Dakota, when I spoke with them and said, hey, Marilyn Stemp and the Sturgis Museum there, they would like to get involved. They were absolutely so excited. Now, don't make us look crazy. We've got 6 Gaylords. So if you know what a Gaylord is, it's what they put watermelons and things in front of at the grocery store. So bikers, come together. Come to the museum. And
that's going to be fun.
Heidi's staff went out and bought some peanut butter. So if it turns out that you forget yours,
you can
all
buy
you
some.
need to do is come into the museum gift shop and we
read
can
that.
fix you up.
Yeah, and
Scrapper Dan is Scrapper Dan.
So you don't wipe it out, wipe the shelves out at the store.
Scrapper Dan is joining us and says, Sturgis, let's effing go. Ditch says to Marilyn, we got PB, saving up getting more. And of course, Jessica Bandana, not that we need since I'm a member. I've got the grandkids looking forward to this event. Ditch, please. Evening, y'all. I'm looking forward to seeing the museum makeover. Dana KT, watch from the trailer. Oh, watch the trailer from Iron Lily if you haven't. Marilyn, where can we find that?
Yes, and Dana from
Dana's
Meadowwood
going to be
Garage.
there.
She's another one of our guests. We forgot to mention her, Heidi.
I know there's so many.
There's
It's
so
so
many.
hard, but we're so happy to have so many.
Yes.
And where can they watch the trailer, Marilyn?
Iron Lily. IronLily.com, I think it is.
IronLily.com, guys, go because it's great. I mean, I just absolutely love anything that's vintage. So
And it'll be playing at the museum. So if you can't get it, you can watch it at the museum.
Like looping it. Yeah, good. Good.
And Marilyn, I know we're getting close to the end, but Marilyn, you probably should talk about the Pearl Award before we end.
Oh gosh, yeah, the Pearl Award was started at the Buffalo Chip in 2021. And so it still will retain that name, the Sturgis Buffalo Chip Pearl Award, but Woody agreed that, bringing it in to confer it at the museum made a lot of sense. And our really smart marketing team member, Steve Peel, suggested that, the museum could make a permanent place so that, forever after all of the recipients are added each year.
That's
And
great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, with that idea and Woody's kindness, the award will be conferred here in this 5th year at the museum at 9:30 in the morning on Pearl's Jam Day.
Nice.
And the prior recipients, the first one was Christine LaPera, then Jill Parham,
No Parham.
Lisa Baker, and Donna Malpin Fatland. All 4 of them have told me as of today that they will be there.
Fantastic.
The newest one is conferred on Beverly Ness. So we're pretty excited about having Bev Ness with us.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my
So-
gosh, this is
And
just
you know-
going to be a hellacious day. All these women.
It is.
I'm
It
super
is.
excited that together you all got me into a sold out crowd at the Sturgis holiday breakfast. So I get to sit at the table with
Yeah.
lovelies, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you very
And
much.
Kathleen
for that.
Covington.
And
It's going to be
Kathleen, yeah.
wonderful.
Yes. So Heidi, we're going to have to expand the museum before next year. I can just.
I'm
say
telling
that.
you.
I don't know what we're going to do.
Ladies, I thought I heard her say that last time. We're looking at expanding the museum. Hey, let's say hello to some folks here on Nigro. Thank you so much for joining us. Jessica Little, Kendra Adorn, Jan Schmidt, thank you for joining us. Robin, Scott Reha, Dustin Banks, and that's just from my side. What have you got, Daslin?
Well, I actually have the Open Road Radio page up right now. So that was going to be some of my shout outs, but we currently have about 250 just on Facebook tuning in. So give it a like, give it a share if you would. Just press that bottom arrow so that we can have you join
Maybe
us.
all the ladies that are going to be in there, you guys start putting where you're from, please, so we can see where you're from. Please put in the comments where you're from. Cindy Lachiro, she is on with us right now as well.
She's from Colorado, always on with us.
And then Kendria Adams is on.
And you know,
Mark
Kendra.
Trish.
Jessica Little.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Melanie Ware, Robin Lopez. Thanks so much. Give it a like, give it a share, and please leave a comment. Where are you from? Where are you guys? And are you riding in? Are you riding into Sturgis? And let us know that you definitely are coming to this event because we want to see you there. So we would love to see you there. We are going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back with another guest, and everybody's going to stay on. We'll be right back after these messages.
How you doing? Big Andy, Illinois Fallen Biker. Most of you know me from my Facebook page or our website. There's a lot of things that we do for bikers who have fallen and their families. But the biggest and most important thing we do is we can provide you with representation after your fall, after your crash. We work with and are friends with Larry Disparti of Disparti Law. He has offices here in Chicago and Florida. I ain't gonna play no games. Get a hold of me. We'll talk directly with Larry and get your situation situated properly right away. Big Andy, Illinois Fallen Biker. I appreciate your time.
Products fix problems, Andrews solves them. With nearly 50 years of passion, precision, and high performance, Andrews Products changes the world of motorsports. Engineered and manufactured in-house, Andrews excels by using aircraft steel, then machining to the closest industry tolerances. If you need powerful cams, gears, and transmissions for your ride that are proudly made in America, use Andrews Products. Contact AndrewsProducts.com or call our tech line Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 847-759-0190.
At Full Throttle Law, we're with you when you get injured. But we're also with you on cool evening rides and long summer cruises. We're at fundraisers for local charities and toy drives for children. Full Throttle Law is with you at the Capitol, fighting for the rights of motorcycle riders. We're with you at emergency response training classes and the local bike night. Yes, we can be your law firm, but even if you never need us, we'll still be with you. Full Throttle Law. We ride together.
The Sturgis Buffalo Chip hosts Biker Bell's Women's Day, the home for women riders at Sturgis on Tuesday, August 5th. Gear up for a full day of events to celebrate women in motorcycling, presented by Harley-Davidson. All are invited to celebrate women riders, the fastest growing segment in cycling, while supporting charities that benefit women's causes. Registration begins at 7:30 a.m. at the Lodge in Deadwood. Kickstands up at 9 a.m., riding from Deadwood to the Buffalo Chip Crossroads, where you'll meet industry women from all over, like Gloria Struck, celebrating her 100th birthday. A bike show by Maiden Moto and Real Deal Revolution highlights the skilled trades of women and so much more. Everyone is welcome to join the gathering of mentorship and are asked to make an $85 contribution to join. Money goes directly to 3 South Dakota-based charities that benefit women-related causes. Don't miss your opportunity to gather and share stories during the Biker Bell's 17th annual celebration, Tuesday, August 5th. Reserve your place now.
All right, a quick shout out to some more folks that have joined us. Todd Bissing, Harry's always joining us. We love you.
Hi, Harry.
Brian Lang from Washington, Cynthia Asper from Washington, Anthony Rees, Arturo Trauma Mama, she's on with us. Megan Glass, good evening, guys. Thank you so much. Rob, Charlie Crew, everybody, you guys, thank you so much. While you guys have 250, I have 2 people on my.
On your Gina Woods one.
Yeah, my Gina
Well,
Woods
tonight that was the one I shared out
I'm a
tonight.
loser. Go ahead. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Scrapper Dan. Scrapper Dan loves me. Hey, let's bring on a gal that I haven't talked to in a long time. I'm so excited she was able to join us tonight. It has been a minute, and let's bring her on now, Miss Brittney Morrow Kelm. Kelm? I think it's Kelm.
There she is.
Hi. Hi.
All right, but look at you looking all very Western there. You got the chilies in the back and you got the hat
Yes.
going on. Very cool. Where are you at?
I'm at my home in New Mexico.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited that you are coming to the Pearls Jam.
Same. I mean, it's an honor, honestly, to even be, a part of such an amazing group of women that we all, like Marilyn said earlier, you call your friends up and look at the amazing things that we can do together. So it's really always an honor to be included.
The dream team. Absolutely.
Well,
Right there
I'm
with
so
you.
excited to talk to you because I have been following your journey for so many years and your testament to resilience. And what I love is that your message is about personal rider accountability as well. And it's cautionary, but it's constructive. And, I love everything about when someone learns a valuable life lesson. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about it tonight.
And teaches others and helps others through their own challenges. That's what I think is so inspiring about you. And tell us how you used that. You used your experience to help other people.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know, it's a situation where how can you not try and reach out to others when you've been through a life-changing experience and that things could have been different. And maybe people don't understand the real gravity of the situation, what really happens in the part of our lives on motorcycles, on 2 wheels, on 3 wheels that we don't like to talk about very often, that we don't like to think about because it's the dark side. It's, what happens when things go wrong. But if you can, experience something that changed your life and use it to help others, then I don't really know how you could not.
Real quickly,
It's
why don't
you can't hold it in.
recap in a few short sentences what happened to you and when.
Sure. So almost 20 years ago now, it will be 20 years in September. I was a passenger on the back of a sport bike with a guy that I had just met a couple of days before at a party. So typical, 20-year-old girl meets boy and they want to go for a motorcycle ride. And usually that ends just fine. And, life goes on. But I went off the back of that motorcycle at about 120 miles an hour and nearly lost my life that day. So I have been living an entirely different lifetime since then. So I was 20 when the accident happened, and I'm 40 now. The 20-year anniversary of my accident will be in September. So I've lived an entire life as somebody who went through literally everything that you could think of that can go wrong on a motorcycle and to your body. And I'm here as a testament to, the resilience of, women and humans, but also that there's another way to do it, and that you can ride a motorcycle and take, like you said, personal responsibility. You can take accountability, and you can make decisions that affect yourself and everybody around you and all the people that love you and depend on you. There's a better way. So I've spent the last 20 years figuring out what the better way is, and just trying my best to be a good example of how amazing it can be on 2 wheels and 3 wheels, as you can see in the picture there, that there's another way to do it. And you just have to make the decision, because it's up to every individual. As a rider, they have to make that decision themselves. No one can do it for you.
That's awesome.
And she
And that's
wonders
so
why we
inspiring.
want her to come to Pearl's Jam. She wonders. I mean, this inspiring story, this remarkable.
Right.
We're just so lucky to know you and to have you with us to teach this lesson.
And Brittney, have
It's
you gone
surprising
through,
that after all that you went through, that you would want to get on a bike of your own. And after, I think, road rash over 50% of your body, 8 surgeries, and you still wanted to get on a motorcycle, that's in itself is a very powerful thing.
Brittney, where have you taken your message to? Have you taken it through, like, to colleges, to high schools, to friends, other hospitals?
So, I have, I've done speaking engagements since 2007. I started by doing safety stand-downs with the military. So I've been to countless Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps safety presentations where I talk directly to members of our military who are active duty and reservists, and talk to them about the responsibility that they have, as individuals, that they get to make that choice, but also that the government's kind of counting on them to make sure that they make the right decisions when it comes to their personal lives. So that's where it started. It all started with safety stand-downs with the military, but I've been all over the world. I have worked with the New Zealand Department of Transportation Agency over there. They have their countrywide motorcycle safety program called Ride Forever. And so I have been over there 7 times to do presentations all over the country. They do a really cool tour every year that has to do with motorcycle safety, where they go to pretty much every big city in the country, and they do a whole day of safety. I spoke in London with the end of the Women Riders World Relay at the Ace Cafe. That was pretty awesome. That was one of the coolest places I've ever been. I've done a couple of graduations as well, which is an interesting thing to talk about. But
one of the things I love, one of your quotes, "I survived because the fire inside me burns brighter than the fire around me." I love that. I absolutely love that. Was that your push? Was that your motivation? Is that what kept you going?
I had a pretty good life. leading up to the accident. I'm very privileged to have a loving family, an amazing friend network. And so I had a lot to live for. But I also saw how quickly all of those things can go away if you make the wrong decisions. And so I knew how much I loved motorcycle riding, even just as a passenger. But it made it very clear that if you aren't in control, then things can go bad very quickly. And I mean, obviously that can happen if you are in control, but it's less likely to happen because you have to put yourself in the situation. So that to me really translated to my entire life. When I'm in control of my decisions, where I'm going, who I'm choosing to surround myself with, the actions that I take, everything in my life is better when I'm choosing to be responsible and I'm choosing to take accountability. And so it's more than just a motorcycle lesson. It's a life lesson of looking where you want to go and focusing on it, and making decisions that aren't just going to affect you in the moment, but that can affect the rest of your life and the people around you. And being in control is something that women have, it's been taken away from them for such a long time, and we're starting to get it back. We're starting to claim control back over lots of aspects of our lives. And I love being able to kind of say like, hey, I know what happens when you don't have control, and let's talk about how empowering it is when you take that control back and you decide where you're going, how fast you're going to get there, how you're going to get there, and who you're going to do it with.
That's great. Well, you certainly do have quite the spiel. I mean, it's so motivating listening to you right now. I love it. You've got just such great energy in your voice.
It's evolved over the years. Of course, when this happened to me, I was really young, and I had lots of enthusiasm about wanting to share my story and make sure that people knew what the real consequences were. But the longer that
being on the show with me,
I think once before, yes.
Yeah, was
2012.
Was it 12? Well, you did not be too fast for me, but that's good. You can probably remember more anyway.
I know. I still have a memory. Like a steel trap. That's what my mom says.
Mine's kind of here and there, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were, and you're just you're a brilliant young lady then, and you're even more of a brilliant young lady now. So it's such a pleasure to have you on the show and speaking to us. And I can't wait for women to get a chance, women and girls and children and men, and to get a chance to speak with you at the Pros Jam.
I appreciate it. I'm going to give everybody a high five and a hug.
Yeah.
Take it.
What do you have coming up next, Brittney? What's going on?
I have a full-time gig working for a motorcycle attorney, and I am taking photos and videos at all of the major events that we sponsor, and kind of doing a behind-the-scenes role right now. And I love it because I still get to see all the people that I've met over the years and spend time with them. But now the focus is more on the community and what we are all doing together, and the direction that we're going as a whole. And I get to highlight that. That's what my job is. As you know, I run 8 social media platforms. And so it's really cool to kind of have come to this place where I've established myself in the community, but also I have a role where I'm a part of something that's so much bigger than just me and my story as well. I love it so much. The best job I've ever had. And
Isn't it great to just do motorcycle shit for a living?
It is so cool.
Ready to go ride your motorcycle. It's
right,
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and just capturing cool moments and cool things that the industry is doing and that people are doing, and seeing people connect. And I just got done at Born Free Motorcycle Show out in Southern California, where I ran into Marilyn. But Marilyn can attest to this. That event is special because people aren't on their phones because there's no cell phone service.
Right.
It is so amazing to see people just connecting and being themselves and having a good time. That's really what, like, this whole, it's the reason why I stay in motorcycling. It's not just, getting from point A to point B and having a blast while doing it, but it's the people. It's always the people. That's always the reason. And it's really cool to see them having a good time and connecting. So I just love watching people do that and sharing it with the community, and supporting people that do cool stuff, that just keep pushing us forward and seeing where else we can take all of this, because I think this is the best group of people in the world.
It really is.
It is the best group of people in the world. I got to go with you on that.
Well, we were talking about the peanut butter drive, and I wanted to mention that we are the largest philanthropist group that exists, motorcyclists.
That's so awesome. And
if you could
better bet I'll be
total up
bringing
all
2 jars.
If you added up all the little, charity runs from every riding group and dealership, I mean, over any given year, it would be larger than the GDP of a small nation. I just know it would be. I mean, we'll
That's
never be
so
able
awesome.
to do all that together, but there's so much good being done by riders, and has been forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
And
were talking
Kendria
about Louie,
says, thank you
putting
for
coats
sharing your
on
story.
kids. Yeah.
Inspiring others to wear gear and showing us you can get back on. Kendria also had a terrible motorcycle accident, and she's back on twos again. So you're both inspiring. Kendria, you're also very inspiring.
I saw she wrote earlier that she had an accident a couple of years ago, and she was wearing all of her gear when it happened. It's just amazing the difference that it can make, really. And so I'm never going to shut up about it. I'm never going to stop talking about gear, but also I've been a safety instructor since 2009. So I've worked with the MSF and with Total Control, depending on where I lived at the time. I'm still an active motorcycle safety instructor today here in New Mexico. It's, one of the things that people often miss when they're talking about my story is that, it's the gear, the helmet, the jacket, the gloves, the pants, the boots. But one of the best pieces of gear that you can put is a motorcycle safety class completion card in your wallet.
Yeah.
That's one thing that that I want to make sure that people understand, is that it's not just about putting on all the clothes, because that's not enough. That's your last line of defense, but your first line of defense is knowing how to ride the thing, and then choosing to make good decisions while you're out there and having a strategy. So
risk offset.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Jan Schmidt wanted to thank you for your story. We got Stevie B, Connie, Mark, Tricia, Laura, Madeline, Michelle, Jade, Maddie. Thank you all for tuning in with us tonight. Give it a like, give it a share. We are going to wrap up just the last couple of minutes with Heidi, Marilyn, Brittney, Desmond, and Penny on Open Road Radio here. So, guys, tell us what else? What else? How would you like to wrap it up tonight?
Maybe Marilyn and Heidi, tell everybody where they can get information on Pearl's Jam and all the events that are taking place at the museum.
Yeah, I mean, definitely follow us on Facebook. We have a huge following on Facebook, and so you're going to find the latest and greatest there on our website as well. I should mention too, we have a sold out Hall of Fame. It was sold out within 2 weeks. And so if you did not get tickets, we will have a meet and greet of the Hall of Famers on Thursday from 9 to 10:30, where you can come and meet them and talk to them and get pictures with them and all of those things, talk to them personally. If you don't get the chance to meet them on Wednesday. So make sure you make that event as well.
And they just, I know that they were working on posting the schedule for Pearl's Jam to the website today. So if you're wondering what time of day, who will be there, it's a busy day, so we don't expect people to come and stay all day. But if you're wondering who's going to be speaking at which time segment, all that should be available at the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum website now.
Awesome.
But if you want to catch me, I'll be there all day. Guys, come by and say hi.
I think I said it a couple times, but I should be very clear that Gina and Penny are emceeing the whole entire event. So
and catch me outside.
Yes,
Catch me, Lord. Catch me. Where's the peanut butter?
Absolutely.
Throw her some peanut butter and make her catch it.
And Brittney will be with us at the 3 to 5 segment when she kind of shakes that real job and walks down the street to join us.
It's going to be a great day. You can't go wrong anytime that you're there. Just come and spend the entire day with us. That is on, put that flyer back up there for me. That is Monday
August 4th.
August 1st. August 4th.
4th, yeah.
August 4th. And we're going to get some great clips to have on to feature on the radio show for the next week. But we will not
Gina,
have a
thank
radio
you for
show
bringing
that
us on to talk about this. It's this kind of thing that helps spread the word, and it means the world to us.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to say goodnight to everybody, and we will see you at Sturgis at Pearl's Jam. And check us out next Monday for another Motorcycle Mondays here on Open Road Radio. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Appreciate all of you. Can't wait to see you very soon.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank
Safe
you,
travel.
everybody.
Thanks a
And
bunch.
we are going to
See you
end
soon.
the show with our last ad break. So our last ad break out. Thank you so much. Catch you next week on Open Road Radio, everybody. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
At Full Throttle Law, we're with you when you get injured, but we're also with you on cool evening rides and long summer cruises. We're at fundraisers for local charities and toy drives for children. Full Throttle Law is with you at the Capitol, fighting for the rights of motorcycle riders. We're with you at emergency response training classes and the local bike night. Yes, we can be your law firm, but even if you never need us, we'll still be with you. Full Throttle Law. We ride together.
Products fix problems, Andrews solves them. With nearly 50 years of passion, precision, and high performance, Andrews Products changes the world of motorsports. Engineered and manufactured in-house, Andrews excels by using aircraft steel, then machining to the closest industry tolerances. If you need powerful cams, gears, and transmissions for your ride that are proudly made in America, use Andrews Products. Contact AndrewsProducts.com or call our tech line Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 847-759-0190.
How you doing? Big Andy, Illinois Fallen Biker. Most of you know me from my Facebook page or our website. There's a lot of things that we do for bikers who have fallen and their families. But the biggest and most important thing we do is we can provide you with representation after your fall, after your crash. We work with and are friends with Larry Disparti of Disparti Law. He has offices here in Chicago and Florida. I ain't gonna play no games. Get a hold of me. We'll talk directly with Larry and get your situation situated properly right away. Big Andy, Illinois Fallen Biker. I appreciate your time.
The Sturgis Buffalo Chip hosts Biker Bell's Women's Day, the home for women riders at Sturgis on Tuesday, August 5th. Gear up for a full day of events to celebrate women in motorcycling, presented by Harley-Davidson. All are invited to celebrate women riders, the fastest growing segment in cycling, while supporting charities that benefit women's causes. Registration begins at 7:30 a.m. at the Lodge in Deadwood. Kickstands up at 9 a.m., riding from Deadwood to the Buffalo Chip Crossroads, where you'll meet industry women from all over, like Gloria Struck, celebrating her 100th birthday. A bike show by Maiden Moto and Real Deal Revolution highlights the skilled trades of women and so much more. Everyone is welcome to join the gathering of mentorship and are asked to make an $85 contribution to join. Money goes directly to 3 South Dakota-based charities that benefit women-related causes. Don't miss your opportunity to gather and share stories during the Biker Bell's 17th annual celebration, Tuesday, August 5th. Reserve your place now. Thank you for tuning in to America's premier motorcycle talk show, Open Road